and welcome to Nira's Pilates. For today's Pilates workout, which is all about the hips, we're going to focus on range of movement and some strength work, hopefully reducing pain, improving movement and giving you a little bit more awareness of how your movement can impact on maybe some of the niggles and aches and pains that you're getting. First and foremost, just make sure that you work within your limits, listen to your body, don't push into pain, and be really mindful if there's an issue that you need to check with a medical professional before you start. Okay, so all that being said, let's get started. So we're going to start setting up posture. Just check that you've got the heel of the foot, arch of the foot, feet are planted on the mat. Create a nice long lift right through to the top of the head. Deep breath in through the nose, exhale through Pilates. Good. Nice deep breath in. Relax the shoulders, feel tension leaving the body. One more. Okay, let's take the feet wider than hip distance. We're going to go for a plie squat. So here we're going to take the feet slightly turned out. As always, the knees are going to go over the toes and the hips are going back, but making sure you're not just tilting forward through the hips. Hands behind the head, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and the knees are going to go out towards the middle toe or towards the little toe, depending on how much your knees want to roll in. Okay, so inhale as we come down, exhale as we come up. From the side, just checking that you're not doing this, okay, and you're not doing this. Inhale, exhale up. It doesn't matter if the squat isn't massively deep. It's more about the positioning of the feet, the knees and the hips. Chest is up, hands behind the head, so that it just works on keeping the upper body engaged. Two more like this. So we inhale, exhale up, again, exhale. Okay, this time you're going to find a bit of a deep squat, but not as deep as you've just been going. So middle ground. Inhale, hold, exhale over to the right, inhale back, exhale over to the left, inhale back, straighten up. Okay, so again, inhale, find that middle, exhale. So this is going to target the lower back, which sometimes can be a little bit of a red herring. If you've got a tight lower back, that then can be linked with some reduced range of movement in the hip and vice versa. Plus or minus some weakness. So coming down, exhale away from the middle, inhale back, exhale over. We'll do that once more all the way through. Good. Making sure we've got good position, heels are on the mat, knees are not rolling inwards. Good. And straighten up. Lovely. Let's take the right leg, keep it in front. We're going to turn into the middle. So front knee stays nice and straight, but we're not locked out. It's a slight soften through the leg. The back heel is on the mat, so we're going to work this back leg, hamstring, working up into the glutes. Again, hands behind the head. Now we're going to just tilt forwards and then back up. So you're going to feel it in this leg and this leg. So we're going to inhale, nice and long through the spine, exhale. Good. So this is an active stretch of the posterior chain, the back of the leg. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Good. So if you have any tightness in the back, this position will mean that you're going to feel it in your hamstring a little bit more. Two more. Inhale. And then exhale. Good. Last one. Swap it over. So back heel is on the mat. Front knee is slightly softened so it's not locked out. Inhale, coming forwards, long through the spine, exhale, good, again. Engage the core as you're straightening up. Keep those shoulders drawn towards each other and keep the elbows up. Inhale, exhale, let's just do that twice more. Good, last one. Nice, okay. Coming back at the mat, feet hip distance, long through the spine, through the top of the head. So feeling good, feeling a deep breath in, soften through the knees, tuck the chin in and nod forwards. Round out, let the body weight come forwards towards the front of the feet. The weight is down rather than letting the knees straighten out. We want them slightly soft. Relax the head completely. Deep breath in at the bottom, and then we're going to walk the hands out. Now you can either drop to the knees and walk the hands out, or just walk the hands out into a high plank, and then lift into downward facing dog. Create that lift through the palms, rotate the elbows, lift, lift, lift. If you find this really challenging, bend the knees and focus primarily on the back. So that if you are tight in your posterior chain, which is the back of the body, you can take the stress away by bending the knees, work on that length through the spine, and gradually over time, you can start to straighten the knees. Okay, so listen to your body. If it's really tight, what you don't want is to be in this position with straight knees. You want to be here, lifting through the tailbone with bent knees, rather than what I've just shown. A couple more breaths here, so really lifting, feeling the stretch, feeling everything starting to lengthen off. Let's walk the dog, so push the left heel down, lift the right heel up, and then gently swap, maintaining that lift from the palms, and again, work through the foot, heel down, nice, again, and then last one, and both together again, keep those knees bent as much as you need, nice, and then gently release, just give your wrists a little stretch. We're going to come into a 4-point, forearm down on one side, hand on the other. We're going to work on stability around the hips and the pelvis, but also mobility on the leg that we're moving, and some strength. Okay, so we're going to lift the right leg first, so the left forearm comes down, right hand's just stabilising, knees underneath the hips. Now what I want you to think about, even though we've not got the body in this position, we still don't want to be leaning on the supporting leg, so we're not sort of pushing over. We want to keep everything locked down square. I'm going to lift the knee, bending it, and then we're going to flex the ankle, push up towards the ceiling. So exhale up, inhale down. So what I want you to avoid is this sort of thing, okay? So hips stay locked in, it's a little movement, we're engaging the glutes, and we're actively lengthening the front of the hip. Exhale up, inhale down. 2 more, good. Release, now I'm going to come out to the side, so working on the outer thigh. Inhale, prepare, exhale out, inhale back, engage. Good. Notice how much movement you've got, because we're going to compare it to the other side. We want the supporting leg to stay nice and still. Exhale out, inhale down, 2 more. Good, last one, release. Let's swap it over. So we're starting off with the leg, bend the knee, hips stay nice and level. Flex the ankle, so you're pushing the sole of the foot up towards the ceiling. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower, and just watch out for the hips rocking all over. Keep them engaged, keep the abs engaged. Good. Let's just do 2 more. Good, and then coming back down, the knee stays bent for a little bit of abduction. You're going to come out to the side, inhale back, exhale, good, engage. Notice and compare, we've got 2 more to do. Try not to lean too far over on the support leg, good, and release. Just rest it in child's pose, give yourself a little break. Okay, coming up into a kneeling position, we're going to take the left leg forwards, front foot flat on the mat, knees going to stay behind the toes for now, and this back leg is where we're going to feel the majority of a stretch into the hip and the hip flexor. So this knee, try to avoid it rolling in. We're going to keep it nice and straight, and that's working and coming from strength in the hip. So if this is our right leg, we're going to take the right hand up above the head and reach down, and then release. So you're working all the way to the front of the torso and the hip flexor. Breathe out, inhale, lovely, again. Let's just do 2 more. exhale, over we go. Nice. Okay, hands are coming back up towards the ears. Rotate, so turn the torso, but as we do so, just watch that the knee doesn't roll in. Elbow down towards the knee, feeling that lower back and the hip. Starting to wake up. Breathe out. Inhale back. Exhale. 2 more. Good. Nice. And then we'll go again. Good. Release. Okay, this front foot, bring it in. Bring your weight over. Slide the back leg down. So a really good stretch if you struggle with sciatic nerve flare-ups. Okay, if this is too much, you can go for leg out, bringing the leg across, so you would have the leg that's in front, push it down the same sort of position. Okay, just a slightly different way of stretching the muscles. Breathe. Hold it here. Relax the shoulders. Okay, tuck the toes under, let's swap it over into a lunge. So front foot flat, 90 degrees at the knees, bring the body weight up. So feel a stretch in the back leg. So if the back leg is your left leg, the left hand is coming over, breathing out, inhale back to center again, reach, nice. Notice and compare. Don't allow this knee to roll in. Remember, we want to keep it strong by engaging the hip. Last one. Good, okay, hands up next to the head, rotate, and the elbow is going to come down towards the knee. Open the back shoulder. Breathe out as we come down. Inhale back, draw the tummy in. Last two, don't let that knee drop down. And again. Good. Turn it around. Whichever level you worked at on the previous leg has to be the same level as this leg, okay? So if you find that one side's wildly different, then you have to work at the lower level until that then builds up to match. So holding it here, feel a stretch in and around the glute, in and around the groin potentially. I'm going to make it a little bit more challenging. The front foot is further away from the groin. And breathe. Lovely. Okay. Release. So we're going to lie on our left side, just supported by the head with the arm. About a 45-degree angle at the hips. And we're going to lift the heels. The bottom heel is in line with the bottom and the hips, okay? So we're going to lift the top leg into a clam, make sure these hips stay nice and still. And then you're going to drop the knee down. So you're going to open out and down. So working it out, internal and external rotation. And again, notice what's happening at the hip. Drop it down, exhale, inhale down. Good. Nice. Good. 2 more. Good, and release. Let's swap it round, or on the other side. Good. 45 degrees at the hips, elevate the heels so they're in line with the bottom. Open it up, and then drop the knee down, and then inside to the feet. Inhale, exhale, good. So again, those hips don't roll back, it's all the hip socket, the joint. Notice and compare to the previous side. Good, 2 more. Good, release. Gently bring the soles of the feet together. If you can drop the knees down, bring the chest up. Couple of breaths. Release. wide knees. Let the right knee drop down and then back and then drop down and back. And again, notice if one side's really tight, it might not go very close to the mat. Gives you an idea of maybe what's to work on. Good. Down we go. One more each leg. Good. Release. Crossing the legs. Feeling good. Feeling like we've just done ourselves a little favour there. Take a deep breath in. Arms are coming up. Exhale, release. Deep breath in. Hopefully the hips are feeling a little bit better than when you started. Deep breath in. Last time. Give yourself a little round of applause. Well done. Good work. So if you've enjoyed that, I really hope you did. Please, I would appreciate it if you could hit like and subscribe to my channel. And you can always come find me on social media. I'm always open for questions of how to help, especially around hips. Hips are notorious. They are often the issue for so many things. So don't suffer alone. I'm open for questions, but yeah, I would really appreciate any support, any likes, and any subscription to my YouTube channel. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next one.